first week of 3 at Ohio Stadium that the wind has blown out of the north. Mike Radina prepares to kick off for Florida State. He wears number 7. 2 Buckeyes back deeper, Langley and Spencer. Here's the boot by. It is Langley at the 5. And across the 20-yard line go the Bucks, and they'll start from their own 22. Thompson on the tackle for Florida State. For the Bucks, tight end John Frank, left tackle William Roberts, left guard David Medich, center Jim Delone, right guard Joe Lucan, right tackle Joe Smith, and the split end is Gary Williams. Fleester, Spencer, Gunn, and Anderson in the backfield for the Bucks. Gunn at fullback. Broadnax doubtful today. Probably will not see action. I formation to start. This is Spencer finding room. He's at the 33. Tim Spencer weaved his way for first down yardage. Eric Riley made the tackle from his defensive safety spot for Florida State.
That seemed like so far today that I know how they want to get off to a quick start. Last week they didn't get off to a quick start for him.
The ball at the 34. The Bucks have first and 10. Second play from scrimmage. Fleester swings it out to the right. This is Spencer, thrown down at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle by Larry Harris. Harris, a 6'1", 200-pound senior from Gainesville, Florida. No gain on the play. Second and 10 for the Buckeyes. Scott McLean, Gary Futch, Jim Gilbert, Alfonso Carricker, Jarvis Kersey. Along the defensive front for Florida State, linebackers are Tommy Young and Ken Rowe. Two receivers to the left. Spencer, the workhorse, across the 35. Linebacker Ken Rowe stops the play. Rowe and Young on the tackle. Harvey Clayton, Larry Harris, Eric Riley, and James Harris complete the Florida State defense in the secondary. Seminoles with wins over Louisville and Memphis State. A loss to Nebraska 2 weeks ago. Seminoles have been idle since. Fleester looking on third down. He is hit back at the 25. Alfonso Carricker, a big 6'6", 235-pound sophomore.
You can see it again, Art's going back to pass. He's got good protection, but like you said, Crater, Columbus spotter just comes in and creams him on that play.
So it's Alders to kick inside his 15 for the Buckeyes. Cedric Jones was back for the Seminoles. 4th and 18. Alders gets the snap. A short kick with the wind up the right side, and it bounds out of bounds in the vicinity of the Florida State 35. So with 12 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first quarter, it's Ohio State nothing, Florida State nothing. Offensive tackle Barry Volterpetti. Offensive guard Tom Brannon. Stockstill back to pass in the first play. Swings it out to the right to Whiting, and Whiting is nailed at the 33-yard line by Mike DeAndrea.
Jack, the Buckeyes had to be very, very cautious of Whiting because he led the team in receptions last year with 25 catches coming out of the backfield.
That backfield has Stockstill at quarterback. We'll see either Allen or Williams at the tailback spot today. Whiting at full. Dennis McKinnon, the wide receiver. Tom McCormick over the ball at center. Ricky Render gets it started offensive guard today for Florida State. Seminoles come out throwing, intended again for Whiting, incomplete. So third down coming up for the Seminoles.
There's no doubt the Florida State Seminoles was watching last week's films against Stanford because they threw into the backs a lot, just like Stanford did last week.
Good observation, Corning. 3rd and 12 for the Seminoles at their own 33. And we have flags all over the place. It appeared as though the Seminoles jumped the gun.
know, Jack, Florida State's offensive line hasn't proven themselves yet this year at all. They only have one starter returning back on that offensive line.
5 yards will be assessed against Florida State. It's Bobby Bowden's youngest team in the last 5 years. Ohio State starting today, Jerome Foster, Nick Miller, and Chris Ream up front. Ben Lee, Mike DeAndrea, Glenn Cobb, and Marcus Merrick, your linebackers. 3rd and 17 for the Seminoles. The line of scrimmage is their 28. Quick drop. And Stockstill is caught behind the line by Nick Miller. No sooner did we say that Nick Miller was starting at the middle guard that he corner Stockstill behind the line, and Florida State, without a first down, is forced to punt. 4th and 25 for Florida State. Ron Stark will do the booting. He's back at his own 6-yard line. He'll be kicking against the wind. Garcia Lane back for Ohio State. Left-footed kick by Stark is driven up across midfield, taken by the Bucks Cisco, and he darts his way back inside the Florida State 45 to the 44.
Ohio State might try to take advantage of this penalty. They might come out passing on the first play.
At the 29, split backs. You're right, as Schleister throws over the middle, it is complete. And the tight end, it looked like Frank, is into the 15-yard line. Corny, you hit it right on the head. Schleister to the air.
You can see it again. Arch going back, taking his time, firing over the middle to Frank. Good catch by Frank before Florida State defenders can come up. Good blocking by the wide receivers. You can see the blocking up front by the offensive line. Joe Lucas them doing a heck of a job up front. Frank gets the ball and does some good running after he catches the ball to get some extra yards for the Buckeyes.
Frank's 9th catch of the year. This is Spencer to the near side. And he's hit out of bounds at the 10-yard line by James Harris, number 33. There's Spencer. Timmy, a 210-pounder from St. Clairsville, Ohio. It's at the 9. For the Buckeyes, pick up 6 on the first down play, and it's important, Corny, to get 5 or 6 yards on that first down.
It always is. Puts more pressure on the defense. They don't know what you're going to come with.
2nd and 4 at the 9. This is Spencer. Touchdown, Ohio State. Spencer rambles in for the score. Ohio State 6, Florida State nothing.
Here are just coming out, heading off to Spencer. Spencer goes off the right side of the Ohio State line, breaks a few tackles as it goes.
And it is good. So with 10:46 left in the first quarter, it's Ohio State 7, Florida State nothing. Straight this season, not a cloud overhead. Temperature in the upper 50s. Atha sends it down the middle, a yard deep. Cedric Jones is hit hard at the 17-yard line. Tom Anthony belted him, and Florida State will start from their 17. Rick Stockstill at quarterback. He's completed 39 of 66 coming into this game today, 59% clip. He's thrown 2 TDs, a senior. List his home is Fernandina Beach, Florida, but has roots in Ohio. Stockstill to throw. It is complete over the middle of Williams. And Williams goes to the turf, thanks to Merrick and Cobb at the 27-yard line.
You can see Stockstill going back again, setting up. Ohio State is not putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Throws over the middle, good pass, in this wide receiver for Cobb, and Hill comes up to make a tackle for the Buckeyes. Ohio State cannot afford to give Stockstill this much time passing. They're going to go to their back out of the backfield quite a bit today.
And by the nose of the football, the official signals that Florida State is short. Ricky Williams, who is on the receiving end of that Stockstill aerial, is a junior from Griffin, Georgia. There you see Coach Bobby Bowden across the way. First meeting between Ohio State and Florida State, as whistled a preliminary signal is illegal procedure against the Buckeyes. Buckeye coach Earl Bruce did meet Florida State back in 1975. That, of course, was when Earl was the head mentor at Iowa State. This is the 6th year for Bobby Bowden at Florida State. A record of 46 and 15 with the Seminoles, 119 and 47 overall. Earl Bruce's career mark is 69 and 38. Quite a discussion at the sideline. Of course, the Buckeyes claiming Florida State was at fault. And the official saying nope. The penalty is assessed against the Buckeyes. He's the Cigar Bowl, believe it or not. Most recently, of course, the last 2 years, the Orange Bowl against Oklahoma. Man in motion left. Stockstill, deep drop at the 20. Flips it over the middle. It is complete to Whiting, and out of the backfield, Whiting crosses the 40 to the 42, where he's tackled by Marcus Mary.
Surprisingly, Jack, Stockstill has went back to pass 5 or 6 times so far today. He has not thrown to his wide receivers. All his passes have went to his running back so far.
9 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Ohio State 7, Florida State nothing. Buckeyes scoring first on a gallop from inside the 10 by Tim Spencer. Then split left and right, I formation, fake pitch, and Stockstill looks and throws long down the right side. It is just beyond the intended receiver, Dennis McKinnon. Sean Gale was covering, but McKinnon had him beat. McKinnon's caught to the 12 this year for 130 yards, the leading receiver for the Seminoles. And that brings up a 3rd and 1. Interesting call, Corny, on 2nd and short.
It sure was. One of them bar star kind of calls. But that was a good play action pass that Florida State called that time. Just was a little bit overthrown.
3rd and 1 at the Florida State 42. The first man through gets the football near first down yardage. Whiting was close to it. In fact, the official signals first down, Florida State at the Seminole 43. Mike D'Andrea made the tackle. D'Andrea, senior from Akron, Ohio, 96 for the Bucks at one outside linebacker spot. His usual substitute, Orlando Lowry, was listed as doubtful today, nursing an injury. McKinnon in motion left. Stockstill to throw on 1st and 10. Screen to the left to Williams, 40. Up to the 45, and he's belted head on by Marcus Merrick.
You can see Stockstill going back to pass there. Good screen the way they set it up. You can see Williams here running the ball, but the Buckeyes get back on the coverage. Here's the ground level shot. You can see what the defensive line is doing with the reaction that they're making. You can see Hills coming up, gets blocked and taken out of the play before Gale, Cobb, and the fellows for the Ohio State Buckeyes come up and make the tackle.
2nd down and 8. Buckeyes have 5 defensive backs in there at this point. Pass going out to the right. It is caught. And inside Buckeye territory, Whiting is down near the 40-yard line. Roland Tatum on the tackle as we take a second look at it.
Here's Stockstill hitting Whiting, coming out of the backfield again. He's making a good move before Tatum, and Hill comes up to make the tackle. You can see Nick Miller trying to get away from his man. Stockstill hitting a great pass there. Buckeyes have to come up to make the tackle. Buckeyes must play. The linebackers going to have to come up on these running backs. You can't do that all day. They're giving them 9 yards a pass.
1st and 10, Florida State. Hand off, left tackle, Whiting again. With a lot of Real Estate down to near the 35. Doug Hill, the rover, on the tackle. Help from Cobb. Second down 4 for Florida State, just outside the Buckeye 35. This Whiting coming into the game today has caught just 3 passes. But it's obvious that Florida State's game plan today is to use Whiting through the air quite a bit. Split backs. Stockstill calls the signal. Down and out to the right. It is to McKinnon, just off his fingertips at the 20. It's ruled incomplete. Doug Hill was there.
Here's Stockstill going back. And McKinnon did a great pattern. The ball is just a little bit overthrown here. You can see him trying to make a diving catch and also trying to keep both his feet in bounds. He had the ball, but it comes out as soon as he hits the ground. Incomplete pass.
Kelvin Bell was back there with Hill near the sideline. It is 3rd and 4 for Florida State at the 35. Good rush. Screen to the left, off the hands of Whiting, incomplete. As DeAndrea was there ready to deck Whiting if he caught the football. And it's 4th and 4 coming up for the Seminoles.
You can see a super play by DeAndrea on that play. Stockstill trying to hit Whiting coming out of the backfield real quick, but DeAndrea's right there on the play. Excellent defensive play.
With the win now, Florida State is setting up as if they're going to try a long field goal. Rendina has booted 2 and 3 attempts this year, his longest 46. The holder is Kelly Lowry. Rendina's kick. It is good. It hit the crossbar and bounded over. So with 6:59 left in the first quarter, it's Ohio State 7, Florida State 3. Ball's in the pass, and it's a first down, Ohio State. Second man through, gets the ball up to the 35-yard line, where a host of Seminoles stack him up.
Ohio State seems to be setting up that reverse play again that we saw last week that Earl Bruce put out for the Buckeyes. I think they've been going with that reverse. Florida State didn't even look like they were prepared for that play at all.
Gale, the ball carrier on the last play for Ohio State, is rushed for 99 yards and 32 carries so far this season. Second down, 8, Ohio State at the 35. Here's a sweep to the left on the reverse. Anderson is caught behind the line inside the 35. James Harris was not fooled a bit. He smelled it out.
You can see his isolation on Anderson. He's going around, gets the ball from Sleester, but a good defensive play by the Seminoles. Anderson trying to get around to the outside. Seminoles made a good defensive play. No way he could have made any yardage on that.
Dunn back in at the fullback. Split backs now for Ohio State on 3rd and 8. Sleester's pass is batted down behind the line as James Gilbert, co-captain for the Florida State defense, smothered Sleester's pass behind the line of scrimmage as we take a second look at it.
You can see the offensive line is doing a good job, but Gilbert breaks through, puts his hands up, and just smacks the ball away with his left hand.
Gary Alders back at his 20. He'll be punting. Cedric Jones back deep for Florida State. The kick is blocked. The Seminoles finally pick it up at the 5 and score a touchdown. Kick was blocked by Hester. And the Seminoles were mobbing the man who picked up the football and scored. Let's take a second look at it here, Corny.
You can see Alders going up. The kick took a little bit of time, but Hester came in and blocked the punt. Now they all in the pile, jumps up, and the ball bounces right in his hands and takes it in for a touchdown.
You know, Hester, Corny, had originally blocked the football, and after the Florida State, the extra point try is good. We'll talk about that block kick in just a moment. With 4:56 left in the first quarter, Florida State now leads Ohio State 10-7. We'll be back with more Buckeye football in just a moment. 29 seconds left, first quarter. Two receivers to the left. Florida State with 5 men up front. First man through, Spencer, down near the 10.
Good call by the Buckeyes that time. They went with like a play-action draw play that time to give the Buckeyes a good 4 to 5 yards.
David Ponder had made the tackle for the Seminoles. And the clock runs out. We've played 1 quarter from Ohio Stadium. That's the end of the first period. It's Florida State 10, Ohio State 7. We'll be back with more Buckeye football. As we start the second quarter, the Buckeyes are knocking on the Seminoles' door. Second down 7, Ohio State at the Florida State 11. Buckeyes had 8 first downs in quarter number 1. Florida State had 3. Buckeyes through the air, 85 yards in that first period. I like the way the Buckeyes are probing the middle with the tight ends.
I love it. I love it. Ohio State's doing a great job. Art is doing a good job spreading his passes around. He's throwing to the tight ends, and he's finding Williams.
Two wide out to the left. High formation. This is Gale. Gale found an opening inside the 10, down near the 7. Tommy Young, 54, on the tackle. Young, a junior from Lake City, Florida. We see Dwelly coming in with a play from head coach Earl Bruce. Buckeyes have 3rd and 2, the 2 tight end offense being employed. Play just underway, second quarter, 3rd and 2, Ohio State. Leaster keeping, pitching to Gale. Gale is over, touchdown. Jimmy Gale high-stepped it into the end zone, and the Buckeyes have taken the lead back. Lukens and Smith providing room for Gale to get outside.
That was a great option play by Ohio State. Art Schlechter gets the ball, he goes down the line, pitches real quick. There's no one outside at all. Jimmy Gale just strut, high step, do anything he wanted. He could have crawled in from that point. Touchdown for Ohio State.
Touchdown number 2 this year for Jimmy Gale. Buckeyes lead at 13-10. Bob Atha to try the point. We expected a high-scoring affair today, and we're going to get it. Good snap, placement. Kick is no good, though, as Atha missed it to the right. So with 14:20 left in the second quarter, it's Ohio State 13, Florida State 10. Buckeyes lead it by 3. Corny, that's the first kick that Atha has actually missed this year. The Buckeyes failed once earlier on a fumbled snap, but that's his first actual miss on a conversion try this year. Let's take a second look at it.
Atha going back to kick, and you can watch Atha's reaction as he saw the ball just go to the right. He's really upset after that. Buckeyes drove down there in 14 plays for 80 yards in time possession of the ball, 5 minutes and 36 seconds.
Atha preparing to kick off. Williams and Whiting back deep along with Jones. Williams, Whiting, and Jones. In the middle, Cedric Jones from Valdosta, Georgia, freshman. Get that back to the 14:20 left second quarter. Ohio State now leading by a field goal, 13-10. Looked like Atha may have pushed that extra point try just a shade to the right. Boy, Art Fleester seems to be getting better and better with each game, Corny.
You ain't kidding. He's starting off to a great season so far this series. Before this ball game, he's already passed for 589 yards. And I think Art Fleester's just going to go on to probably win that Heisman Trophy this year.
The kick is into the end zone, about 8 yards deep, and Florida State will start from the 20-yard line. Jones took the kick and downed it. So it's 1st and 10 for the Seminoles, who now find themselves behind 13-10 in the seesaw opening half.
Ohio State defense got to stiffen up this quarter. No doubt about it. They got to cover those running backs coming out the backfield.
Stockstill to throw on 1st down. It is over the middle, caught by Childers, the tight end. Childers finds yardage across the 25. DeAndrea on the tackle. Marcus Merrick helped out.
You can see Stockdale going back. Childers is delaying and going across number 84, coming in the screen. He catches the ball before DeAndre and the guys come up to make the tackle. You can see Marcus Merrick going back into his passing coverage. He now sees the tight end coming across. He comes up, makes the tackle. Childers also caught 20 passes last year.
2nd and 3, Florida State. Deep handoff to Williams. Williams across the 30 to near the 32. Merrick had made that previous tackle, Corny. Marcus has moved into 7th place on OSU's all-time tackling list with 282 total stops.
No, Florida State has not set up any kind of running game at all. Everything has come off pass or play action pass.
Split backs. That was a 1st down pickup for the Seminoles. Pass to the near sideline, complete to McKinnon, and he's out of bounds at the 43. Kelvin Bell on the tackle. Stockstill threw that about 25 yards for him, but cross field.
Yes, he got a nice strong arm, too. The senior Stockdale goes back to pass. He's looking. He sees his wide receiver, Dennis Keenan, fires the ball. Good catch by Dennis. He comes up before Kevin Bell knocks him out of bounds.
Another 1st down for the Seminoles. Ball just across their own 43. 13-16 left, 2nd quarter. I formation. Here's a good rush by Hill. Stockstill gets it away from McKinnon, and he catches it just inbound at the 46. And Earl Bruce isn't happy about it. Sean Gale was there. The official ruling that McKinnon had his tiptoes just inside the white line.
See Stockdale going back. Doug Hill putting good pressure on him, but a little late. Dennis McKinnon catches the ball, but you only have to have one foot in bounds. That's probably why Earl Bruce is arguing over there on that sideline.
I think maybe the question was, Corny, was the other foot on the ground, on the line at the time the ball was caught. We couldn't tell, but it was close. Timeout for a measurement. Chains are extended. And it is a Florida State 1st down, so the Seminoles have rattled off 3 quick 1st downs. And at the Ohio State 47, it's 1st and 10.
You know, Stockdale, you can see Stockdale going back again to pass, sets up, fires the ball just in time. Dennis McKinnon catches the ball. Looks good. Right foot was inbound.
The official had the best view in the house, and he ruled completed pass. Florida State to 2-1 on the year with wins over Louisville 17-0 and Memphis State 10-5. Seminoles lost to the Cornhuskers of Nebraska 34-14. McCormick over the ball at center. Whiting takes the handoff around the left side. Whiting inside the 30. He's loose at the 20. He's tripped up from behind inside the 10-yard line. Garcia Lane finally caught up with him. As we take another look at it,
you can see Mike Whiting getting the ball, turning to the outside. He's got good blocking up front. Missed tackle by Bell and Gales that time, and he hits the sideline. Garcia Lane, last man down, and Cobb at his linebacker spot comes in. Whiting doing a good job, making good moves, good blocking up front by Florida State. You can see Gale missing the tackle. Garcia Lane, the last man, he misses the tackle. Glenn Cobb, luckily he was there to stop Whiting before he scored on that play.
A 34-yard dash by Whiting. His longest had been 15 this year. There's a pass lofted to the far corner for McKinnon. Incomplete. Garcia Lane provided good coverage. That was a timing pattern.
You know that you don't normally see that pass play in college a lot. That's a pro pass pattern. Dennis McKinnon goes way up, but Garcia looked just in time. I'm telling you, he looked just in time to knock that ball out of Dennis McKinnon's hand.
Second down for Florida State. And goal at the 9. Stockstill's going to run. He is caught from behind. Nick Miller with a touchdown-saving tackle at the 5-yard line. Good tackle by Miller. So sure-handed Nick Miller keeps the Seminoles out of the end zone on that play, and it's 3rd and goal at the 5.
Surprised to see the Seminoles going with a pass so much when they right down there on the 10-yard line.
Miller and Merrick lead the Buckeyes in tackles. Or I should say solos. Miller with 15 coming into the game, Merrick 19. Stockstill to throw, good rush. It is incomplete at the goal line. Cisco on the coverage, Sam Childers the intended receiver. And now the Seminoles faced with a decision here. 4th and goal at the 5.
Doug Hill, the Rover, really put some pressure on Stockstill, made him hurry up that pass, and that's the main reason why that pass was incomplete.
Rendina to try a field goal from the 17. He's already booted one beyond the 50. It's a fake. Rolling to the right is the holder, and he's over. Lowry scores. Kelly Lowry took it in for the touchdown. A sophomore from Lake City as Rendina went through with the motion to kick. Of course, Lowry kept the football, threw it on his hip.
Lowry right now is going back. He fakes the punt, rolling out, and he's running for his life right now. He sees that goal line, and nothing stops him. Kelly Lowry scores a touchdown. Excellent play call by the Florida State Seminoles that time. Caught the Buckeyes by surprise. The Buckeyes thought they was going up for the tie. Faked it. Great call by the coaches over there for Florida State.
So Lowry and the Seminoles engineer the trickery. Lowry, a 220-pounder, 6'1" sophomore from Lake City. And now Florida State's on top, 16-13, with 12:10 left in the second quarter.
In a tricky play like that, Jack, that's the first time that a touchdown was scored on OSU on the ground this year.
Well, it's another specialty team doing damage. That was the field goal team for the Seminoles, and they turned what appeared to be an apparent try for 3 into a 6-pointer.
I know Florida State coaches have to praise their specialty team because they have come up with 16 points. Except the field goal. They scored every time they had the ball, it seems like. Incredible.
The Seminoles performed that play to perfection. And, of course, the Buckeyes were sucked in. Extra point try by Rendina is good, and with 12:10 left in the second quarter, Florida State regains the lead. The Seminoles 17, the Buckeyes 13. Buckeye fans trying to warm things up. Temperature near 60. Spencer and Langley back to receive Rendina's kick as the ball falls off the tee at the 40. Minutes, 10 seconds left in the second period. Here's the kick, sailing down a couple yards deep into the end zone. It's Spencer coming back out with it. He's got an alley up the middle, and he goes all the way up across the 25 to the 27. Larry Harris with the tackle, and he may have been the last man between Spencer and Paydirt.
You see Spencer catching the ball. He's got a good wedge up front, good blocking. He bumps up into Langley right there, which slows Spencer down. Still breaking tackles, still running. Tim Spencer, all-purpose running back for Ohio State.
Spencer Spencer, coming into the game, had returned 2 kickoffs for 30 yards. That one traveled about 30. As Schleister fires down the middle, it is complete. Anderson up near the 45-yard line. Larry Harris on the tackle.
You see Schleister play action pass again, looking around, trying to find his receivers. Anderson comes into the picture. Good catch by Anderson. Turns it upfield for the Seminoles to come in and make a tackle there. See Marcus Merrick on the sideline getting a breather there for the defense.
Sometimes to be able to run the ball on first down, you got to throw it on first down occasionally.
There's no doubt that the Florida State Seminoles are expecting to run every first down.
First and 10 at the 44. High formation. Spencer over right guard to near midfield. Rowe on the tackle. Rowe, a sophomore from Rockwell, Alabama. Ball placed down at the 48. Buckeyes must reach the Florida State 46. Second down for Ohio State, a short 6 to go. Schleister in the pocket. Firing, he's got a man open. It's Williams. He hauls it in at the 25. He might go. Touchdown, Williams. Schleister to Williams.
Here's our going back. Looking around, finds Gary Williams all alone. Gary Williams breaks tackle after tackle, gets by 3 men. Good block by Frank the last play. Gary Williams takes it in. And I'm telling you, you can see the good blocking up front. Gary Williams, I'm telling you, he's the All-American. No doubt about it this year. He's doing everything. He's making the crowd here at Ohio State just go crazy. He goes in the 3rd place now for the career reception passing Bo Ryan with 78. Gary Williams, a Super Bowl player.
Buckeyes lead by 2. The 1-point conversion try would give them a 3-point advantage. Ohio State lines up as if they're going to go for a 2-point conversion. Schleister trying to incite the fans, and he's successful at doing it as the Buckeye crowd really riled up. Ohio State with a 2-point lead, 19-17. And the Buckeyes want to talk it over. It appeared as though they were going to snap it on the near hash mark and go for a 2-point try, but maybe they have second thoughts. On Williams were unsuccessful. Of course, he juked the first man after catching the throw. Buckeyes are employing 2 tight ends. Dwelly and Frank are both in. Williams split to the left. They're going for 2.
Look out for that option again.
Williams in motion. Fake to Dunn. Schleister. Plenty of time. Now being chased. Throwing. It is caught in the corner of the end zone. Tim Spencer was on the receiving end of Schleister's throw. The 2-point conversion is good. So with 10:56 left in the second quarter, it's Ohio State 21, Florida State 17. We'll be back with more Buckeye football in just a moment. Boy, the head coach's minds are really bending today, Corny.
You ain't kidding. Florida State's showing some great passing displays also today. Our Schleister's having a great day so far. Looks like there's no defense so far.
Very innovative college football this afternoon. Kick taken by Jones, 2 yards deep. He swings to the right side. Still on his feet across the 25 to the 26. Anthony Griggs had made the tackle for Ohio State. Garcia Lane scurried over to the sideline to help out. And now the Seminoles start from the 26. Under 11 minutes left in quarter number 2. And we've already seen 38 points put on the scoreboard. Nice piece of ad-libbing by the Buckeyes. Schleister and Spencer on that 2-point conversion try. High formation. Receivers left and right. Handoff over right guard. McMiller on the tackle at the 30. Billy Allen, who hails from Cleveland, Ohio, took the handoff. Ball placed down at the 29. Jerome Foster helped Nick Miller out on the play.
Surprised that we haven't seen Billy Allen carry the ball that much, but he's their leading gainer with 212 yards so far this season.
Allen's longest from scrimmage has been 50, averaging over 5.5 a carry. Stockstill out on the left flat to Whiting across the 30, up near the 35. Doug Hill on the tackle for Ohio State. Third and short coming up for the Seminoles. Clock running inside 10 minutes, second quarter.
You know, Stockstill is a senior, and the Buckeyes got to put some pressure on this guy. You know, he's not going to get back there and throw no bad passes or anything. He's throwing the ball right to the people that he's supposed to.
Third and 1.5 yards. Pitch back to Billy Allen, and he's near a first down. Sean Gale came up to make contact at the 37. It is a first down for Florida State. For the Seminoles, rack up another first down. First and 10 at their own 37. Allen played high school athletics at Glenville High School in Cleveland. He's in now for Williams, the tailback. Stockstill sets up the throw. It is complete over the middle of Whiting. Whiting, or I should say Allen, he breaks one tackle and dances across the 45 to near the 47-yard line. Nice bit of running by Billy Allen, and he's near another first down.
Stockstill hit Allen going across the middle. There's a missed tackle by Cobb. You can't tackle these guys high out there. DeAndre and the fellow, and Kevin Bell and Garcia Lane coming up to make a tackle on Billy Allen.
Allen displayed some shifty moves after catching that football. Measurement taking place. And it's short. The official signals are about 6 inches shy. Second down coming up for the Seminoles.
Come on, defense!
High formation. Receiver to the near side. Stockstill to throw on short yardage. Down the left side. It is caught inside the 15. Gale was covering, but a beautiful catch by Dennis McKinnon.
This Dennis McKinnon is very impressive. Stockstill, like I said, the senior, confident, throws the pass. The ball is underthrown. Gale tried to come back in front, but Dennis McKinnon does a great job coming back for the ball. He catch it on that play.
So a beautiful 30-yard plus strike to the 14-yard line. Stockstill to McKinnon. McKinnon split to the near side again. Stockstill throwing over the middle. It is caught. Touchdown. A flag is down at the 7-yard line. Tony Johnson, the wide receiver, angled over the middle and took it in stride. He clutched it a second time and made sure and strided into the end zone. The penalty is against the Buckeyes, declined by Florida State, and the touchdown holds.
You can see Stockstill just a real quick slant pattern right to Johnson, and he catches it ground level. Good blocking up front by Florida State. Perfect pass by Stockstill. Touchdown to Johnson.
I thought Stockstill, Cordy, made a good head fake to the right side of the field and then went back to the left. He found his man open.
Yes, he did. If there was a seam in the Buckeyes defense, Stockstill found it.
Rendina to try the point. The kick is no good, so Rendina and Atha both have missed kicks. And with 8:25 left until halftime, it's Florida State 23, Ohio State 21. Sustain a drive, so we pick up further action in the second quarter. 6 seconds to go. Ball at the 50. Whiting takes the swing pass. Open field ahead of him. He's inside the 35 to the 33, and time expires. That's the end of the first half, and with the score, Florida State 23, Ohio State 21. We'll be back with more Buckeye football in just
No, normally they're going to have to put more of a passing rush, seem like, on these quarterbacks because they both have a considerable amount of time to throw, and they both have an excellent day today.
Florida State has gotten a big break so far, returning a block punt for a touchdown and resorting to some gimmickry in the second quarter, making a field goal and scoring second.
Florida State got their backs against the wall. They want to prove to the nation that they can play with these teams like Ohio State and Notre Dames across the country, and they show enough proving that today.
They sure are. Here at halftime, it's Florida State 23 at Ohio State. Second half of Buckeye football from Ohio Stadium in Columbus. Jack Kramer with Cornelius Green as we await the start of quarter number 3. It's been a real thriller so far. Florida State 23, Ohio State 21. As the Buckeyes will kick off to begin play in the second half. Coach Bobby Bowden, Florida State Seminoles cling to a precarious 23-21 lead. Ohio State scored first on a 9-yard run by Tim Spencer today. Florida State then cut the lead to 7-3 and went ahead on a block punt return for a touchdown. Added the extra point and led 10-7. The Buckeyes regained the lead. Then Florida State took it back, and it seesawed through the second quarter, and Florida State holds a 2-point lead, 23-21, as we start the second half. Jones, Williams, and Whiting to receive Athas' kick. It's at the 2. Jones coming back for Florida State. He is slowed behind near the 10 and brought down at the 12 by Anthony Griggs. As the Buckeye defenders hustled down and slowed the return man up and made the tackle at the 12. So the Seminoles start with the poor field position. Ohio State won the battle of the first downs, 14-12 in the first half. Buckeyes passed for 198 yards, Florida State for 150. Whiting over right guard gets a couple to near the 14. Florida State rushed for 81 in the first half, Ohio State 45. Nick Miller and Marcus Merrick and Ben Lee plugged up the first play of the second half. And at the 14, it's second down. And 8 for Florida State. Stockstill was 14 for 23 in the opening 2 stanzas. Here's a screen to Whiting. Whiting across the 20, broke a couple tackles to the 25. Sean Gale made the stop, but it's a first down for Florida State on the screen from Stockstill to Whiting.
You see Stockstill going back to pass, got a lot of time. Ohio State putting a good rush, but Whiting catches the ball. Good job breaking a lot of tackles before Gale can come up with saving tackles, stopping Whiting from getting big yardage.
Whiting's 6th reception today. First and 10. McKinnon motion left. Hand off to Ricky Williams. And he is brought down by Marcus Merrick. A nice tackle around the ankles at the 27-yard line. So it is second down and 8 for Florida State. Line of scrimmage, the Seminole 27. 13:30 left in the third quarter. Florida State 23, Ohio State 21. McKinnon motion this play to the right. Pitch back to Williams. Cuts in across the 30 to the 32. Glenn Cobb on the tackle. He had help from Marcus Merrick. Sean Gale came up to help. It's third down at the 32. Third and about 5. Stockstill. Over the middle, it is complete to Childers, the tight end. Roaming across the 50 to the Ohio State 46. A flag is thrown. Kelvin Bell made the tackle. Sam Childers hauled in the pass. State.
Here's Stockstill going back to pass. Ohio State putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but they had a tight end delay right over the middle. No one's there at all. Kevin Bell, the last Buckeye, you can see, gets the face mask call, makes the tackle on Childers as he crosses over midfield.
So the pass play of 23 yards is followed by a penalty against the Bucks.
A play like that really hurts the defense. It was only 3rd and 5, and they come up with more than 30 yards in that play.
Florida State's in business now at the Ohio State 32. Stockstill stuffs the ball into the stomach of Whiting. And Whiting crosses the 30 to about the 29. Nick Miller on the tackle. Marcus Merrick, 36, comes off the bottom. We see Griggs, Cisco, and Tatum coming in for Ohio State. 2nd down and 6. Buckeyes with an extra defender in the secondary. 2nd and 6 for the Seminoles. Stockstill fires to the right for McKinnon. Incomplete at the 15-yard line. Kelvin Bell and Sean Gale covering. That was perhaps Stockstill's most poorly thrown pass of the day. Much too far for the intended receiver. The man is down hurt back at the 38-yard line.
Looked like DeAndrea is on the ground there.
Right, 96 for the Buckeyes, Mike DeAndrea.
Looked like his ankle. See Billy Hill and Mike Gornett down there. Is that 80? It looks like 86. Ben Lee.
2nd and 28 now for Florida State following the penalty against them. Stockstill throwing down the middle to McKinnon at the 33-yard line. Kelvin Bell got there, but he was too late. McKinnon caught it at the Buckeye 32.
Stockstill's going back to pass. Got a lot of time. Buckeyes putting some pressure on him. Sets back in the pocket all day. Throws the pass. Across the middle. Got his wide receiver, number 6, Dennis McKinnon, for about a 15-yard gain.
3rd down and 10 for Florida State. Cisco into the ball game for the Buckeyes. He replaced the Cobb. 3rd and 10. Stockstill setting up, throwing. It is complete inside the 15-yard line to Phil Williams. The pass went just through the hands of the Buckeye defender as we take a second look at it.
Here's Stockstill going back to pass, looking to his left, fires. The ball looked like it was going to be intercepted by the Buckeye defender, Jeff Cisco, but it was right over his head to Phil Williams. Up front, you can see the Florida State doing a good job blocking. Here's the pass again. Phil Williams doing a good job hauling that pass in before he stopped on the 11-yard line.
Jerome Foster was close to getting to Stockstill before he threw, but he got it away. And it's 1st and 10, Florida State at the 11. Stockstill throwing again. It is too far in the corner of the end zone for Williams. Sean Gale covered. So it's 2nd and 10 for Florida State. The Seminoles can pick up a 1st down at the 1. The ball is marked at the 11. We see Tatum and Cisco coming in. McKinnon, the speedy wide receiver, in now. He flanks to the left for Florida State. Split backs. McKinnon in motion. Stockstill handing off to Whiting. Whiting broke 1 tackle. And he squirmed forward for several yards to the 6-yard line. Merrick hit him down and spotted at the 7. So it's 3rd down. Florida State must reach the 1. 3rd and 6. Florida State by 2. 23-21. Buckeyes would like to hold the Seminoles. Buckeyes with 6 defensive backs in on 3rd and 6. Gale moving with the man in motion. There's a good rush put on. Stockstill eludes. Races to the right. Now throws. It is caught at the goal line, but Childers, touchdown. Childers broke the plane of the goal line for the score. Doug Hill hit him, but Childers managed to hold on. A great reception for him.
You see Tatum almost got Stockstill that time. Stockstill's rolling, running for his life, can't find anyone. All of a sudden, Childers comes into his picture, catches the ball, like you said, breaks that plane for a touchdown before Doug Hill can make the tackle.
Florida State now owns an 8-point lead. This is a critical extra point. The Buckeyes would need 2 scores to come back from 9 down. The kick is up, and it is good. So, with 10 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter, it's Florida State 30, Ohio State 21. We'll be back with more Buckeye football in just a moment. In the third quarter. It's first and 10, Ohio State at their own 38. Schleister throwing. Long. It is caught by Anderson inside the 10. Anderson at the 3. James Harris covered. But Cedric Anderson leading down the far sideline.
You can see Art Schleister going back, setting up. Art is very blessed. He's got so many wide receivers, talented wide receivers. Cedric Anderson just running up the field on a fly pattern. Got past his man, number 33, James Harris. Tackles him on the 2-yard line. Great play by Cedric Anderson.
Well, you can't say enough for the Buckeye offensive line as Roberts, Medic, Malone, Lukens, and Smith provided Schleister ample time to get that ball downfield to Anderson. Schleister kept and is just short of the goal line.
That was a beautifully thrown pass by Art Schleister. I'm telling you, that ball was right on the number.
It's at the 1, second down goal. Gale in for Spencer as the Florida State defense organizes and tries to hold. Wally and Frank both in for Ohio State. Williams flank left. Gale tries to dive up over right tackle. He can't do it. It's marked short of the goal line. So Jimmy Gale lunged forward. Forward progress stopped 2 feet short. It's third down for Ohio State. Goal to go. That play was stacked up by nose guard Jim Gilbert and defensive tackle Alfonso Carricker. Carricker at 6'6". 5 minutes left, third quarter. Williams in motion. This is Spencer. Near the goal line. It's close. Boy, again, it's Carricker and Horsey and Gilbert boarding the Buckeye running play. Ohio State picked up another foot. It's fourth down and goal to go. Most critical play in this ball game coming up. 4:36 left in the third quarter. And the Buckeyes are going to talk it over as Schleister comes to the near sideline to chat with the Buckeye Brain Trust.
Ohio State's going back. Art Schleister's going over to talk to Coach Earl Bruce. But you know, you got a big fullback in Craig Dunn, weighs 228 pounds. You know, for half a yard, I still never give the ball to a big fullback.
Buckeyes have not run the ball exceedingly well today. They only picked up a 45 in that first half on the ground. Coach Bobby Bowden pondering the situation as he methodically paces the sideline. Another sellout crowd at Ohio Stadium as Coach Earl Bruce and the Buckeye staff have made up their minds. The ball actually is inside a foot short of the goal line. Schleister throwing incomplete. He faked to Spencer and threw for Dwelly off his fingertips. The Seminoles were fooled as the dive play off left tackle was faked, and Dwelly just couldn't quite hang on. If you take a second look
See
at
the
it.
dive dispenser Art has all day, throws the ball right off the fingertip of Dwelly. The ball was a little high, but very catchable pass. Fakes again, he's rolling, looking by himself. Brad Dwelly couldn't hold on to the ball.
So with 4:32 left in the third quarter, Florida State 30, Ohio State 21. Wide open. An outstanding fake by Art Schleicher, as all 11 Seminoles were fooled, and the Buckeye receiver Dwelly was open in the end zone, but just couldn't quite hang on to it. Florida State starting from the shadows of the goal line. Stockstill kept it for maybe a yard. Marcus Merrick was there.
You know, a lot of people might question that call at that point in time, but the pass was open, and if the play goes for a touchdown, it's a great call. And when it goes bad, you know, people are going to probably talk about that play, but it was a touchdown pass, and those kind of things happen. Bad break for Ohio State.
Florida State has second down and just under 10 as Stockstill looks to throw up the left side. It is complete out near the 30-yard line to McInnes. A fine catch by McKinnon.
I'm telling you, Florida State can do no wrong today. Stockstill faking middle of the line, passing to McKinnon, got behind the Buckeyes defenders that play. Looked like they went to sleep, thought it was going to be a running play.
What a day for McKinnon. He caught 3 for 62 yards in the first half, as long as 41. And now the Seminoles are out of a deep hole. Florida State has it at the 28, first and 10. This is Rick Williams tracking over left tackle out near the 35-yard line. Good blocking provided by Bob Merson, left guard for the Seminoles. Nick Miller made the tackle. It's at the 35. Second and 3. 3 minutes, 9 seconds left, third quarter. Florida State 30, Ohio State 21. Here's the handoff to Whiting. Inside handoff to Whiting. Not much yardage at the 35. Nick Miller was in the way of it. Miller, a senior from Upland, Pennsylvania. So it's third and 3 for Florida State at the 35-yard line. Split backs, receivers left and right. The Seminoles elect to throw. It's a pass out to Whiting in the right flat. He's got the first down across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Doug Hill made the tackle. The Seminoles are doing an excellent job utilizing the backs.
There's no doubt about it. Mike Whiting, the workhorse for the Seminoles today, like you said earlier, he led the team in pass steps last year with 25, and no doubt he's well on his way this year, probably leading the Seminoles again in that category.
He's got well over 100 yards in pass receiving and rushing the football today. Pitch to Williams, circling the end, gets to the outside. He's at the Ohio State 40, inside the 30. He's caught from behind, near the 20. Kelvin Bell caught him. Good block thrown by Tony Johnson as we take a second look at it.
Here you can see, watch number 55, Jerome Foster. The guy just runs right by him. There's no way he can grab him. Big number 44 for the Seminoles, Rick Williams, just bowling his way downfield before Kevin Bell can come up with the tackle.
Williams had carried twice in the first half for 7 yards. That was a big gainer. First and 10, Florida State at the 20. This is Whiting with room inside the 10 to the 5. Whiting down near the 3-yard line. Sean Gale made the tackle.
You can see Whiting, just a real quick handoff, right up the middle. The big fullback, 220 pounds, just rolled his way. Seeing that goal line, and I'm telling you, nothing stopping James Mike Whiting. You can see Whiting just rolling his way, getting by the Buckeye linebackers and everybody before Garcia Lane, the last man to make the tackle for the Buckeyes. I'm telling you, this Florida State offense is doing anything they want today.
Here's a handoff to Whiting. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage as the Buckeye charge towards the first running play from the 3-yard line. We're under a minute now in the third quarter as the Buckeyes try to return the favor on defense. Florida State put up an excellent goal line stand earlier in the period and kept the Buckeyes out of the end zone. Now Ohio State tries to do the same. Second and goal at the 3. Pitch back to Williams, cutting in. He's hit head on at the 2 and goes over. Ricky Williams behind Michael Whiting for the touchdown. And Florida State now leads 36-21.
You can see Williams, the junior tailback, finding his way, getting the pitch. Good block by Whiting. Missed tackles again by the Bucs defense, giving Williams, enable him to get those 3 yards, going in for the score.
36-21. Florida State leads by 15.
That Florida State drive took 9 plays.
Seminoles are trying to put it out of reach. A 2-point play here would put them up by 17 points. Buckeyes would need at least 3 scores. Stockstill throwing for McKinnon. It is too far, incomplete. It may have been Williams in the corner of the end zone. It was. Stockstill to Williams, incomplete. Gale was covering. So with 32 seconds left in the third quarter, it's Florida State 36, Ohio State 21. Ohio State trying to turn the momentum its way. This is Spencer at the 3. Looking for a few blocks. Gets out to the 18, and he runs into a wall at that point. And the Buckeyes will start first and 10 from their own 18-yard line. 27 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Larry Harris made the tackle for the Seminoles. Buckeye defense has wilted in the second half this year. They've given up 26 points in the last 2 quarters in the 6 games. Schleister looking, still looking. Williams comes back for it, gets it, and he's across the 35. A flag is thrown, maybe a face mask on Florida State. Eric Riley made the tackle, but Williams came back for the football beautifully, juggled it, held on. A great reception by Gary Williams. Penalty against Florida State.
You can see that again here. Schleister going back, looking, can't find anyone. All of a sudden, Gary Williams comes right in his eyesight, juggles the ball, but he holds on. Try to get the outside, but a Florida State defender grabs on his face mask and drags him down.
So the Buckeyes now set up shop at the Florida State 47-yard line. 16 seconds left, third quarter. Schleister being blitzed, dumps it out to Spencer behind the block inside the 40. Spencer out of bounds at the 38. Ken Rowe on the tackle. Rowe number 38. Tim Spencer, 46, taking the screen from Schleister. Buckeyes executed the screenplay very well as Schleister lobbed the pass over the oncoming Florida State defenders for him.
They sure did. The line did an excellent job, Lukens and Smith, letting their men come in. A good pass by Art on that play.
Spencer motion left. Schleister looks, throws. He's got Williams. Great catch inside the 30. Williams went high to pull it in. Rowe on the tackle again. And that is the end of the third quarter with the score. Florida State 36, Ohio State 21. We'll be back with more Buckeyes from Ohio Stadium in Columbus. Fourth quarter action begins. Ohio State trailing Florida State 36-21. Buckeye football at the 28 of the Seminoles. Schleister throws the ball down at the 36 or 7 yard line. It's ruled incomplete as several Seminoles were in a hot pursuit of it. Hart was scrambling for his life behind the line. James Gilbert was hounding him.
Florida State coach is really upset because he thought Art Schleister grounded the ball intentionally that time.
Football resting just inside the Florida State 28-yard line.
You know, Art Schleister's got a record also. He's 19-28 today for 315 yards. That's the OSU passing record.
Williams has caught 9 today, a career high for him. Schleister looking, flipping it out to the left. It's caught by Gale. Gale scrambles to near the 20. Scott McLean was out there for Florida State on the play.
You see Ohio State setting up that screen to the left side. You can see Gale getting through the crowd. Good catch. And you see the Buckeyes made a good block. But a good defensive play by the Florida State guy that time. He got blocked and got back up and still made the tackle.
3rd and 3. It's at the 20. Buckeyes up to the line. Anderson in motion. Handoff Gale. Gale is near first down yardage, short of the 15. And Jimmy Gale running hard, picks up the first down. It's at the 16. Hester made the tackle for Florida State. 14 minutes left in the ballgame. Florida State 36, Ohio State 21. Schleister looking, throwing. It is too low for Gale inside the 15. Hart threw that away wisely into the turf, short of Gale. Ken Rowe was defending on the play.
Good thing I did throw that ball away because they'd have lost 10 yards. Really would have put Ohio State's offense into a lot of trouble that time.
This has been a very well-conceived drive by the Buckeyes. Williams has caught a couple of nice passes for 20 and 11. Schleister looking, throwing. It is complete inside the 5-yard line. Off the hands of Frank, into the hands of Anderson, and it's at the 3. Larry Harris covered as we take a second look at it.
Play action again. The Buckeyes are very lucky that time. Ball right off of John Frank's hands. Ball right into the hands of Cedric Anderson. Buckeyes doing a good job up front. You can see Frank releasing off the line. Art looking, fires, good pass out of the hands of Frank. Cedric Anderson, very alert play on this part.
That's where the old tip drill comes in handy. There's a pitch back. It goes awry at the 20-yard line. It is covered by Spencer of Ohio State. A big loss from the 3 back to the 18. A 15-yard loss on the play.
There's that option. They didn't even have any kind of correlation on that play. Tim Spencer was not in the same line of pass with Art Schleister that time. That's why the pitch was way out ahead in front of Tim Spencer that time.
Well, that was an ill-timed fumble for the Buckeyes. They're now faced with 2nd and goal at the 18.
When you come out on that option, you got to make sure when you pitch that the guy's going to be there.
High formation. Schleister throwing. It is complete. Touchdown. Cedric Anderson caught it at the 2 and stepped into the end zone. Anderson beat Harvey Clayton. Let's take another look at it.
Here it is. Art Schleister having a great day today. Fires a post pattern. Cedric Anderson, touchdown. What else can you do? Good job up front. You can see Lucan and Smith doing a good job. Art fires the ball. Cedric Anderson, great catch. Beating his man on a post pattern.
The Buckeyes down by 9. They have to go for 2 to get within 7. Florida State 36, Ohio State 27. 12:45 left in the ball game. Buckeyes will come to the line of scrimmage with two tight ends in there, Dwelly and Frank. Fake to Spencer, Schleister looking, throwing, too high for Dwelly, off his fingertips, 9 yards deep in the end zone, and he couldn't quite hang on. So with 12 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game, it's Florida State 36, Ohio State 27. So we pick up further action in the fourth quarter. First and 10, Ohio State at the Buckeye 36. Schleister firing, it is complete. Jemison at the Florida State 44-yard line. 2:36 left in the game. Ohio State down by 9. A touchdown and a field goal. Jemison, the sophomore from Princeton High School in Cincinnati. Schleister throwing short. It is complete to Spencer near the 40. Buckeyes had 3 wide receivers in on that play. Ken Rowe on the tackle. Clock stopped at 2:25. We'll be back with more Buckeye football and just the wide receivers for the Buckeyes. Schleister firing in a crowd intended for Williams inside the 30-yard line. Young defending. A Florida State lineman, Gilbert, down at the 45-yard line. The clock is not running. It shows 2:19 left. Gilbert with an ankle or knee injury.
So the Buckeyes can get that ball in the end zone. They can come back with an onside kick and still get down there within a field goal range, hopefully. And still can pull this game out. It's still a long way from being over.
Gilbert being helped off. This has been a very high-scoring Florida State team over the last 4 years. It scored more than 30 points. Some 20 times dating back to 1977. Of course, they got 36 on the scoreboard today. Seminoles have won 44 of their last 53. They've only dropped 1 game in each of the last 2 regular seasons. Oklahoma has beaten them twice the last 2 years in the Orange Bowl. Stallone and the Buckeye line. Schleister, intended for Williams, almost intercepted by James Harris. 4th down coming up. This could be the Buckeyes' last gasp. 4th down at the 41 of Florida State.
The Buckeyes seem to be rushing it because they down by 9 points. But they can pull this game out. They'd be a little bit more patient.
Williams splits to the left. Anderson Carr to the left. Schleister throwing. It is caught near a 1st down. It may be shy of it. It's going to be close. Tim Spencer took the outlet pass at the 35. It is short of a 1st down by about a yard, and Florida State holds. So with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the contest, it's Florida State 36, Ohio State 27. We'll be back with more Buckeye football in just a moment. Around Gary Williams, Harvey Clayton assisted. Clock stopped at 20 seconds remaining. Florida Florida State, of course, with 5 defensive backs in. Schleister looks, swings it up the left side. It is complete to Anderson. He's out of bounds near the 40. 13 seconds to go. Earl Bruce sending in what may be the last play. Schleister quickly sends it out to the left, incomplete.
Looked like Jamison didn't get off the field in time, which makes Ohio State have 12 men on the field.
Flag was thrown against the Buckeyes. Now at the 39, up somehow, put 9 points on the scoreboard in 10 seconds. An impossible trick. Nearly.
Wait, let me get down.
Some confusion now as the officials check with one of the Seminoles. Ohio State scored first in this game on a 9-yard touchdown run by Tim Spencer. Florida State then came back to lead 10-7. The Seminoles took the lead with 8:25 left in the second quarter at 23-21. Seminoles never trailed thereafter. Schleister throwing up the near side. It is almost intercepted. Pass intended for Anderson. 5 seconds to go. Line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line. Ohio State next week enters the heart of Big Ten action as they travel to Badger country to take on Wisconsin.
We're going to have another tough task next week also facing those Badgers.
Schleister for Williams. It's caught at the 45. He runs up to the 50-yard line as the game ends. So Florida State has up